The Gentleman's Compass Manifesto, a guide to character, conduct and cultivation. In an age of rapid change, disposability and self-indulgence, the idea of the gentleman stands as both a rebuke and a beacon. He is not a relic of elitism or a costume of nostalgia. Rather, the gentleman represents the pursuit of excellence in character, appearance, intellect and influence. The Gentleman's Compass exists to rediscover and promote these enduring ideals, offering direction for those who wish to embody refinement without pretence, strength without arrogance, and wisdom without cynicism. In a world that often confuses noise for influence and speed for success, the true gentleman stands apart, not through arrogance or appearance, but through who he chooses to be. At the core of his being is character. He knows that integrity is not negotiable. His word means something. He does what he says, and he says what he means. In both public and private, he acts with honour. He doesn't speak ill of others behind their backs, and he never bends his principles just to make life easier. In a time of shifting values, his ethics remain steady. He walks with humility, a quiet confidence that doesn't seek applause. He understands his strengths, but never uses them to overshadow others. He admits his faults without shame and sees every person as a potential teacher. He listens more than he speaks, and when challenge comes, he faces it with courage and responsibility. He doesn't look for someone else to blame. He steps up for his actions, for his family, for the legacy he'll leave behind. He stands up for what's right, even when it's inconvenient, even when it costs him. But the gentleman is not only defined by his values, he is also shaped by the cultivation of the mind. He is a student for life. Through books, conversation, and experience, he feeds his intellect. He doesn't just skim the surface, he seeks understanding. History, literature, philosophy and science aren't just subjects, they're fuel for deeper thinking. He values the arts, not for prestige, but for truth and beauty. Whether it's a piece of music, a painting, a building, or a well-written film, he knows that art speaks where words fail. He may create it, or he may simply appreciate it, but he never ignores it, and he remains ever curious. He asks questions, he listens to answers, he engages in conversation with grace, even when there's disagreement. He respects different perspectives because he understands that learning never ends. Then there's conduct and courtesy, the everyday ways in which a gentleman expresses his values. He knows how to behave. Whether greeting a friend, meeting a stranger, or addressing a crowd, he carries himself with care. He looks others in the eye, offers a firm handshake, and says please and thank you with sincerity. These aren't relics of the past, they're habits born of respect. When it comes to women, he is neither condescending nor passive. He offers his coat, holds the door, listens attentively, not because he sees women as weak, but because he's strong enough to serve. This is chivalry, not chauvinism, and he understands the power of discretion. He doesn't gossip. He doesn't speak just to be heard. He chooses his words carefully and often says less than he knows. Mystery, after all, is more compelling than noise. Of course, how a gentleman presents himself matters. His style and grooming are reflections of his self-respect. He dresses with intention, not to impress, but to honour the moment. Tailored jackets, polished shoes, crisp shirts. These are not costumes, but tools. His wardrobe is built on quality, not quantity. It evolves slowly, if at all. He maintains his appearance, not out of vanity, but out of discipline. He grooms his hair, trims his nails, applies a subtle scent. He knows that how he presents himself affects how others experience him. And above all, his style is marked by moderation and elegance. It's never loud, never pretentious, never designed to steal attention. He dresses with quiet confidence to express dignity, authenticity, and respect for himself and others. Yet the gentleman's reach extends beyond his own appearance. He is deeply committed to stewardship and leadership. He is devoted to his family. Whether as a father, husband, son, or brother, he is present. He leads by example, not by command. He passes on values more than wealth, presence more than praise. He engages in his community. He mentors, he volunteers, he gives back. Because he knows that true leadership is service, not status. And he looks beyond borders. He learns from other cultures, speaks other languages when he can, and travels with openness. His view of the world is broad, but never rootless. He knows where he comes from, and he respects where others come from too. The gentleman also values physical and mental discipline. He keeps his body strong, not for admiration, but for vitality. He eats well, moves often, and rests deeply. Fitness is about function, not ego. Health is about longevity, not obsession. He governs his emotions. He does not let anger rule him, nor fear freeze him. He responds to life with calm deliberation, and above all, he is resilient. When life strikes hard, he does not crumble. He bends, but he does not break. He learns from hardship, finds meaning in failure, and rises with grace. Finally, we come to the philosophy of being, the inner compass that guides it all. He doesn't drift. He moves with purpose. Through faith, vocation, or principle, he orients his life towards something greater than himself. He does not seek to appear good. He strives to be good. In a world obsessed with image, he returns to substance. And at his core, he follows a compass, not one set by the latest trends or the loudest voices, but by tradition, conscience, and cultivated wisdom. He may adapt to the times, but he never loses his way. The gentleman is not defined by wealth, or race, or status. He is defined by choice, by his commitment to refinement in an age of coarseness, to duty in an age of impulse, and to cultivation in an age of consumption. The gentleman's compass exists to keep that flame alive, not as a costume, not as a brand, but as a way of life, for those who wish not merely to drift, but to navigate, to lead, and to inspire.